Hi, my name's Chris. We're 6 months into COVID now. I thought what I would do is I'd give you an update where we are regarding trends in sort of coaching and mentoring. What we've seen over the last 6 months is the same amount of need, inquiries for professional coaching and mentoring qualifications, especially the ILM level 3 through to the ILM level 7. A lot of delegates actually going through to the ILM level 7 diploma. What we've actually started to see in larger organizations, there's still a desire for that development of that professional capability to be recognized as coaches sort of internally. I think that's fundamental for developing that professional coaching and mentoring culture within larger organizations, within the public and private sort of sector. Main areas where we've seen coaching being used during COVID is, for example, such things as supporting change, so people supporting colleagues and workforces from working from home, working in a different sort of work environment. We've also seen the continuous development of that continuous improvement culture, a way of becoming leaner, doing things more effectively, using sort of technology more, supporting colleagues through that, but also by developing a culture of something called entrepreneurship. So developing a culture of entrepreneurship within an organization. So a culture which is driven by creativity, innovation, new product development. That's fundamental, I think, for coping with sort of COVID and the sort of changes that we're sort of facing sort of going forward. Creativity is fundamental as well. We've had to become more creative. So if you're a coach or you want to become a coach, using coaching either in the team or group opportunity is really quite useful, even virtually via Teams, Zoom, or whatever platform you're sort of looking at. But also leadership and talent development. There's a real need for that still. We're falling further and further behind regarding productivity. So if you can use coaching and mentoring to support these developmental mediums internally, that's important as well. But I think also culture change. There's a lot of people that are really struggling working from home, especially with the sort of millennial community, younger sort of delegates. It could be generation sort of Z, people born post 1995. What they want to do is they want to see people. They need people. You can use coaching and mentoring to actually help motivate them, even remotely. So I think if you're a manager or you're thinking about undertaking coaching and mentoring as a career, that's a fundamental need, is to actually support people that are struggling with those mental health and well-being issues. But also, there's also other opportunities as well, especially for things like the adoption of reverse mentoring, where the young mentor the old and the old mentor the young, especially with the onset of digital technology. This is critical as well. But I think also with the work from home culture, we also have a certain level of toxicity potentially around the quality of work, the performance of staff. So as line managers, it's much harder to go over to someone's desk and have a conversation saying, how are you getting on? Are you okay with that task? Whereas now it's much more difficult and we have to do that via telephone, Teams, Zoom, etc. So what I would encourage is that all of you embrace coaching and mentoring, but develop it and use it more and more in your sort of trade craft on a day-to-day basis. And I think that's sort of fundamental going forward. But more updates coming soon. I'll shortly do one for the education sector.